Assalamu alaikum. Today you're going to draw this 3D object. Fairly simple, but with two openings, one circular and one rectangular. In top view, you can see the circular opening, and on the right side view, you can see the rectangular opening. All the dimensions are given, so it's easy to start. Looking at the views, you are going to consider whether to draw from the top view or the front view. I'm going to go with the front view first and then extrude that to give this depth of 2.62, and then add those perforations, circular and rectangular, using press pull tool. Go to AutoCAD and open your template with layers and the title block. Go to model space, and by default you are going to enter here on top view. Let's go to the gear and go to 3D modeling interface. Now the view controls, you are going to click on front. Now when you have this half black and white, that means it's in perspective. So hover over the view cube and right click with your mouse and click on parallel. And whenever I say right click, so when you have the mouse and you have this is click, left click, we don't call it left, and then this one is right click. So if you have to see that this way, so this is the standard click, left side, and this is called right click. Start with polyline at 10,10 and go down 2.5, go right 5.92, go down 0.88, go right 0.88, go up 1.62, go left 5.92, and go up to this point. You can take an inference also, and then close. Now if you click on home, you will see the profile, and from here you should be in 3D modeling space. In 3D modeling interface, you are going to use extrude command, and the depth for that is 2.62. Now let's make it a little bit interesting. Go to the top view, hover over this view cube and click on parallel. You have to right click to show that menu. Now over here, select a circle and then hover over this. Make sure you have your midpoint snap on, and then track. The center of the object is 1.31, and then you're going to give it the radius for your circle 0.75. You can go back to the home and use the press pull tool, hover in the middle of the circle and punch down. You can actually go to the true right view. Again, right click over here and click on parallel. And you can draw a rectangle to the side over here. And the dimension of the rectangle is 1,0.75. Move it from midpoint to the midpoint, and then move it above 0.25. Again, using press pull tool, punch a hole through it. And now we are going to add some, you can delete this circle. We are going to add the chamfer here. Click on the solid, tab, and click on chamfer edge. Now you are going to add a distance. So we need to add 0.5, and I already have it 0.5, so I'm just going to enter. And then the second distance also 0.5, enter again, and then click on this edge and double enter twice. Now you're going to add fillet, and for fillet you're going to click on radius first, and one radius is going to be 0.125. So this one, and this one, and this one. Enter twice, and then there is another fillet, and for that radius is 0.25. That is this one and this one. Enter twice. Drawing at this point, and you can switch back to drafting and annotation interface at this time. Go to the layout, go to the paper space, and that is 11 by 8.5. Over here you're going to click on base from order space, and then compose your front view, keeping in mind that you are going to leave about 2 inches from this side and 2 inches at the bottom. Enter once, move your cursor up, it's going to lock in the alignment, but you need to keep in mind that there are going to be dimensions on top, on this bottom, maybe few, and the name of the view as well. Same here, and then we are going to compose it nicely, and then enter. Click once, edit view, and go to shaded with visible lines. Now you're going to use the dimension layer to add dimensions. All the length and width are going to go here. So the small dimension goes first, then the second one, and then the string of the overall dimension goes afterward. The distance between these two should be about the same, about 1/4 of an inch. Then go to the left, and this dimension although it is the same, but we can add that as well just to be sure that it's recognized as the same. Then go ahead and add the diameter. For each circle. Now for the elevations, you want to add the heights, and only exception will be the element that is not visible clearly, such as this opening. It's not clear and it's in hidden, so you are going to add that width over here as well. Otherwise, the elevations are going to be mainly for the height dimensions. So overall dimension can go here. The opening height here. There is a small dimension of 0.25. And then overall dimension of this height, and then overall height of this side. This dimension, the height, and then this distance for chamfer, and the horizontal distance will be clear from this dimension, 1.5 and then 2.5. That's 1 total, so that is 0.5 on either side, both sides. Then there are these dimensions of fillets, radius. So this is 0.25, and then there is another one, so we're going to add 2x. Those are two of those fillers, this one and that one. And over here there are fillers, 2 of them, and the third one is all around the circle, so we can call that 3 of those. Three times. Now, as you can see, we have 2 decimals precision. Over here, you're going to right click and then click on precision, and locally we can change that to 3 decimals so that it can show 0.125 because it was rounding it up. Then go ahead and update your title block. To make sure what the scale is, click on the front view and then click on this arrow, and you will see the scale 1 to 2. And then update your date. And for the last thing is the annotation text. This layer also, the color for that I changed to 140, and the border text also is 140. Single line text, composite starting left edge of the object, and then if your height is different than 0.125, then type 0.125. If it is 0.125, just enter, and then 0, yes, enter, and then type top. So I need to make that in annotation text. Enter, enter, front. Then you can copy this and keep that in a straight line. And then double click and change that to right. And I'm going to match properties with this to make sure they're on the same layer. And I'm going to move these two slightly downward. So these two are lined up, and the front and top are lined up, and right and front are lined up this way. Save your drawing, and then make a PDF. So all the settings should be AutoCAD PDF high quality print, ANSI full bleed 11 by 8.5, and over here you can click on layout and then preview. Now over here, mine was checked as grayscale. I'm going to change that to none and then preview it. And now I see that in color. And then apply to layout and click OK. And then save. And this is what you're going to have. And that would be all for today. Your turn. Happy drawing.